Cowan Insurance. They're in the yellow pages.
Cowan, your independent insurance agent.
6:13 at WIBA, Stereo 1310. Peter B., your breakfast buddy here, along with Steve True, and our first full look at the morning sports. How did our hero, Gorman, do last night?
I didn't check.
Oh. You didn't check? Isn't that the top news?
Anyway, when do you become our hero?
Well,
guy hits one home run and you want to put him in the Hall of Fame. You got a ticket for him for Cooperstown or what?
There's very little to cheer about when it comes to the Brewers, so we grab onto
everything. They won 5-3. The new Gorman Thomas, Rob Deere.
Gorman
didn't
Thomas.
Play. I bet he didn't play.
You're right.
Thomas.
What? Oh.
Look under.
That's not how you spell Gorman.
Look under bench.
Bench. No, Paul Molitor was the DH.
The DH, yeah.
The DH yesterday.
One of the best DHs around.
Boy, so
good speed for a DH.
That's pretty nice. You hit one out, you sit down for a day. You hit one out, you sit down for a day. Nice schedule.
Rob Deere did play. Singled home 2 runs. Dale Swaim followed with a 2-run double. Miami quarterback Dan Marino, a long holdout last summer, says he probably won't hold out this year. He earned an $850,000 bonus for arriving in camp with the other Dolphin veterans.
Wait a minute. They give him nearly $1 million for showing up?
Peter B., sit down. Don't you know how difficult it is to find training camp? Do you know how many lefts and rights and...
Boy, you got to be able to read a map?
Right.
Know how to drive a car?
I don't think that's outlandish for being able to find camp. What if they had a big bowl of money?
he dove into it and just wallowed in it. Oh, God.
The Marino Bowl. Filled up with all the money.
Just for showing up.
Can't you see it there? Dan's got 2 minutes.
Okay, let's be on time. Oh, he gets a little bonus, $850,000.
Sorry, Dan. You're 5 minutes late. That'll cost you $850,000. They used to do that with the Packers all the time, by the way. Signing bonuses for showing up.
Showing up.
Right. And the sad thing is some people were concerned there might be players who couldn't find. Anyway, negotiators remain far apart on key issues in the National Hockey League's bargaining talks. The two sides met in Toronto for 3 hours yesterday. Alan Eagleson, executive director of the Players Association, maintains there's a better chance than ever for a strike. The Muskies 2-1 over Wausau. Madison in Wausau again tonight. And an African-led boycott of this week's Commonwealth Games in Scotland is growing. Nearly half of the 58 countries entered in the Games have withdrawn in protest of Britain's refusal to impose sanctions on South Africa. The latest dropouts, some biggies, India, Cyprus, Sri Lanka, and the Seychelles.
Seychelles.
Boy, I bet Sri Lanka is just one outstanding athletic power.
She found Seychelles by the seashore.
Okay. I'm surprised
Sri Lanka.
All the other half just don't drop out saying if Sri Lanka and the Seychelles aren't in it, what's the point in showing up?
Looks like Sri Lanka is missing a couple of letters there. Like there should be something between the S and the R instead of SRI.
SRILANKA.
Yeah. Looks like there's some letters missing.
Okay.
Probably aren't.
Well, it looks like just a first name. Phil Sri Lanka. Joe Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka brothers. Yeah, they're from Chicago, aren't they?
The sale you've been waiting for continues at Gimbel's. But say yes to a burger made at home. Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch voted Madison's favorite morning show again on WIBA.
Are you still not using a pager? Are you still 1114-274-1114?
Here's spending time with Peter B., your breakfast buddy, and WIBA Stereo 1310 at 621. We'll be in the mid-80s again today, and what do Oriental Rugs and football, Ed Gulasarian, have in common? Ed will drop in here this morning at 6:45. He'll tell you what's cooking. Here's Lionel Richie at WIBA, Stereo 1310. Running with the night. Running with the night, Lionel Richie at WIBA. Stereo 1310. Peter B., your breakfast buddy here. Coming up on 6:25 is WIBA time. Ed Gulasarian will tell you what football and Oriental Rugs have to do with each other at 6:45 this morning. I'll have the birthday phone for you in a couple of minutes at 291-6422. Recently, at the Best of Madison Award ceremony at the Edgewater, Femrite Sales won the award for the Best Vintage Clothing Store. Femrite Sales is a quality consignment shop. They sell goods that other people give to them to take care of, and you never know what you're going to find at Femrite Sales besides the vintage clothing. I did see a number of fur coats when I was there a while back, plus some evening gowns and ski wear. I mean, the stock is changing daily. And it really is an adventure going to Femrite Sales. Excuse me. You'll usually find a good selection of furniture, like china hutches and unique items like a fireplace unit that I saw that could be built into a new home, cedar chests. There was a stuffed unicorn one time when I dropped by, oriental clock, grandfather clock. I mean, it really is an adventure because at Femrite Sales there are new items coming in all the time, and it's fun just browsing around. Femrite Sales, voted the place to shop by Madison Magazine, for vintage clothing. They have estate sales, too. You should call Femrite for more information about the estate sales. They come out virtually every weekend. There are 2 locations, Femrite Sales at 464 North Sherman and the Odana Shops near West Zulte. It's Femrite Sales. Almost 6:27 with your breakfast buddy, Peter B. Birthday phone is open for your calls now at 291-6422.
Only 5 more days. That's on East Washington Avenue, Madison.
WIBA weather looks pretty good. Sunny this morning. 30% chance for an afternoon thunder shower. We'll be in the mid-80s for a high. We're starting out with 60 degrees at the moment. It's 6:28 WIBA time. Birthday phone is open at 291-6422. And hello. You're on the birthday phone with Peter B.
Yes, I'd like to wish my son Randy Wentland a happy 21st birthday.
Your friend Randy, huh?
Son.
Oh, your son.
Son.
Your son, Randy.
Right.
21, huh?
Right.
What's he up to right now?
Sleeping.
Typical 21-year-old boy.
Right.
Well, make him a nice breakfast and send him on his way.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Good morning. You're on with Peter B. in the
Good
birthday
morning,
phone.
Peter B. This is Andy Beckerjack. I'd like to wish my dad. I'd like to wish Jerry Beckerjack a happy birthday today.
He's your dad.
Yes.
Jerry is celebrating what birthday?
Oh, let's say between 45 and 55.
Okay. That's a good place to be between and a good place to stay.
Yes.
And thanks for calling the
Fortunately,
birthday.
he can't see. He's at work now.
He's at work now?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Dad. Thanks for
Okay,
calling in.
thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Gee, that's all the calls they have on the birthday phone today.
Your good taste shows in the...
Now in Green Bay, Madison, Appleton, and Oshkosh.
You're spending your Tuesday morning along with Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch. WIBA News Time is 6:30.
Good morning. I'm Bob Banco.
And I'm Neil Heinen, WIBA News. 60 degrees, a little fog now in the area.
Visibility in some areas, 1/8 of a mile. Temperature, 60 degrees. For WIBA News, I'm Bob Banco.
It's 6:36 at WIBA. Mr. Banco, happy Spooner Day. Happy Spooner Day.
Well, I'm thinking of Spooner, Wisconsin, or the spooner you used when you catch fish, or the spooner you use on your cream of wheat.
Or the Spoonerism.
Spoonerism.
Mm-hmm. It's a day named for the Reverend William Spooner.
Bill Spooner.
Bill Spooner, yeah. He died in Oxford, England in 1930, but he was born on this day in 1844.
Well, a silver spooner in his left ear. No.
His frequent slips of the tongue led to the coinage of the term Spoonerism.
Yes, a term we obviously have not heard around here for quite some time.
One time, he meant to say crushing blow, and he said blushing crow.
Way to go, Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
For sons of toil, he once said tons of soil.
So now,
for dear old queen, he once said queer old dean.
Old dean, huh? Yeah, and no, when? How long ago was this?
He died in 1930. He was born in 1844.
Mm-hmm. And of course, he set off one heck of a trend, and people made a career out of doing that.
He once said, for fell swoop, swell foop. Yeah.
So that's who we have to thank for all that stuff, huh?
And guess what he said when he tried to say half-formed wish?
Let's see, half-formed wish.
The Spoonerism for this one became a half-warmed fish. Okay, so...
Well, son of a gun, he contributed an awful lot.
So do your part.
The English language. We usually do around here. We don't intend to.
When we least expect it. Yeah. Happy Spooner Day.
You too.
Your good taste shows in the place you shop.
And Oshkosh.
WIBA time, 6:39 at Stereo 1310. With Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch, including Steve True.
Spoonerisms, huh?
Happy Spooner Day to you.
Right. I don't know that he said it, but of course you remember our famous president, Hubert Ever.
That was Harry Von Zell who said that.
That was a Spoonerism and they didn't even know it, huh?
That was, well, they probably knew it. They didn't know what to call it at that time.
Okay.
That really happened, too. Our president, Hubert Ever.
Will you have any Spoonerisms for us later on this morning?
I haven't thought of any more, but I'm working on it.
I can bet that you are.
If you'd like to contribute, just give me a call.
Okay, what's the number?
291-6422.
Okay. With the remaining veterans due in camp tomorrow, the Green Bay Packers with their first scrimmage today, purchased by Sheikh Mohammed Al Maktoum.
Way to go, Sheikh.
Of Dubai. Do you know where that is?
Let me see that.
That's right outside
Dubai?
Stoughton, I think, isn't it?
That's Dubuque.
3.6 million that Colt's going to get from him. We know what he's getting it to do, right?
Yeah, hey.
This is the one day of the year you want to be a horse.
Some guys have all the luck. Ed Gulasarian will be here in a couple of minutes to tell you what Oriental rugs and football have to do with each other. Interesting correlation. Had a listener call in to say she'd like to give us a Spoonerism, but she always gets her merds mixed up. I've got one.
There's some talent out there.
There's a Miss Universe or Miss something or other contest last night.
Miss Universe.
I tend to avoid those.
I called that. Miss USA always finishes second.
Oh, and you voted?
No, I just happened to be watching it at the time. And I said, there's no way. Miss USA always finishes second. I don't think they want to go around the world doing those stupid things.
The Spoonerism for a beauty queen would be cootie bean. Is that right?
I remember a girl when I was a kid stayed away from her.
Yeah, a real cootie bean.
The spirit of 2027.
6:45 at WIBA, Stereo 1310. Ed Gulasarian is here this morning. Hi there, Ed.
Good morning.
You're here today. You're not going to sell me your rug today, are you?
Well, I'm going to try.
You're a football fan, I understand.
It's my favorite sport.
Now, right across the street from your shop at Camp Randall on August 9th, the Packers are coming to town.
That's going to be quite a game.
It's just about sold out. Tickets are hard to come by.
That's what I hear. We have a bunch of them.
You've got a bunch, huh?
Yes.
How many tickets have you managed to get a hold of?
Well, 15 pairs to be exact.
15 pair. And I guess we're going to try and give those away on WIBA pretty soon.
I thought that would be the way to handle things.
I imagine we'll probably start tomorrow. I wonder if I'm eligible to win.
Everybody is eligible to win unless your name is Gulasari.
Or B. We'll be giving away tailgate party tickets for that Packer Jet game coming up August 9th, and also giving you a chance to win 2 tickets for the Packer Jet game. And how about a rug? Can we get you to give away a rug?
As a matter of fact, just this morning I came to the conclusion that we ought to give away 2 rugs.
Oh, really?
They'll be given away at your tailgate party, and people will be given little cards to put their name and address and phone number, and the drawing will be held.
Have you selected the 2 rugs yet?
Yes.
What do they like, though? What colors are they?
Well, the traditional Oriental rug colors, blues and soft reds, and touches of ivory here and there, mostly in geometric designs.
Oh, they sound beautiful.
They are.
There'll be quite a crowd there around your shop that day of the game. Yeah.
Well, they're always, every time there is a game, there is quite a
You
crowd.
will be attending our tailgate party, won't you?
I'm expecting to.
All right. The Packer Jet game is coming up August 9th. On August 7th, I got an idea. Why don't you come by the studio August 7th?
All right.
And we'll pick out the winning 15 names. We'll each get a pair of tickets for the Packer Jet game on the 9th. All right?
I'd be delighted to be here.
All right. You have a chance to win tailgate party tickets, Packer Jet tickets, and an Oriental rug from Ed Gulasarian. Ed, I'm glad you stopped by this morning.
Well, thank you very much. I am too.
Today's business manager knows there's more to opening the office each morning to growth for your business.
WIBA time is 6:48 with your breakfast buddy, Peter B. Another nice day coming our way. Up in the 80s today. We're at 60 right now. The prosecution is expected to rest its case today in the former University of Minnesota basketball player's rape trial. That story upcoming in WIBA News with Bob Banco. Also today, it's Rat Catcher's Day in honor of the Pied Piper of Hamelin. On this day in 1376, he took the kids out of the town, Hamelin in Germany, because their parents did not pay him for ridding the town of rats. It's a legend. Also on this day, it was back in 1956 that In God We Trust first officially became the U.S. motto, not very far back. Tough Luck John Day. John Dillinger killed on this day in 1934. A few birthdays today. Rose Kennedy, born in 1890. Musician Don Henley in 1947. Also actor and musician, singer Bobby Sherman, born on this day in 1945. Remember this one by Bobby a few years back? Oh, Julie. 650 at Stereo 1310, WIBA.
At night makes me sad.
Oh, Rudy, you love that song, don't you? He's a big Bobby Sherman fan. Happy birthday, Bobby. He's 41 today. Enough. 652 at WIBA.
The sale you've been waiting for continues now at all Gimbel stores.
Oh, I know. You thought he was saying, Rudy, do you love me? You were wrong. 653 with your breakfast buddy Peter B. on WIBA. I love ice cream. It's one of my favorite foods. I could have ice cream for breakfast. In fact, sometimes I have ice cream for breakfast. And you really won't find any better ice cream than that made by the ice cream shops here in Madison. They've been making ice cream since 1931. They won the Seal of Excellence from the State Fair the last couple of years for several flavors like their French vanilla, their molten fudge, and their chocolate chip. And altogether, they make 52 flavors. Look for the reusable white round container from the ice cream shops at your neighborhood market. It has the old-fashioned ice cream parlor design on the top. It's also being served in many of the area's fine restaurants. Still made with 13% butterfat, so it's creamy and tasty, and it doesn't come any better. It's made right here in Madison. Ice cream from the ice cream shops. Look for it at your neighborhood market, including Cub and Woodman's. WIBA time with your breakfast buddy Peter B. is 6:54.
Good morning. I'm Bob Banco, WIBA News. Fog. Visibility.
Here at Whitney and Odana and downtown at State and Gorham.
Madison's first choice for news, sports, weather, and fun. Every morning, Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch on WIBA.
Here we go again. WIBA time is 7:11 with your breakfast buddy. As far as the weather goes from Elmer, sunny this morning with a 30% chance for an afternoon thunder shower. High in the mid-80s, southwest winds 5 to 15. Fair and mild tonight. Low in the mid-60s, south winds at 5 miles per hour. Sunny and warm tomorrow with a high in the upper 80s. At 7 a.m., the barometer was 30.16 and rising, winds northwest at 6. Humidity 100%. There is fog in the Madison area. And 62 degrees at Stereo 1310 WIBA. Mr. Banco here from the newsroom. Some of the major stories coming up in the morning news edition at 7:30. The defense may take it today.
The prosecutor in the rape trial of News Edition, 7:30.
Happy Spoonerism Day.
Yeah, right. I should have remembered. Obviously, people have written books about what's happened in the broadcast industry.
Almost had one there.
Who was it? Ed Hurley. He introducing the President of the United States, Hubert Heaver. Which obviously was a spoonerism. I mean, it would have been funny anyway, but...
Steve brought that up earlier, or was it you that brought it up?
No, I brought it up, but he doesn't listen to me any more than I listen to him.
Yeah.
People have to know that in the radio business.
We don't have a chance to listen to each other. We're too busy doing other things.
Yeah, now, they will get the impression out there that we don't speak to each other.
No, we speak
That's
with each
not
other.
what we mean.
Right, Joe.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, Bob speaks to me.
Sure.
Get out of here, bozo. He speaks to me. Sure.
I didn't ask Mr. Banco, maybe you know, Peter B., is it soup spoonerism or teaspoon
Well, we kicked that around for a while.
It's wooden spoonerism.
Yeah, it occurred to me that...
Okay.
Did you talk about that too and I didn't listen?
Let's spoonerize these things here.
I thought about
Animal.
Farina spoonerism.
Farina?
How to spoonerism.
Cream of wheat spoonerism.
Yeah, that's
and your special case spoonerism.
Things like that. Yeah.
Let's not kill it.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
well, you can spoonerize these. Wounded duck. Spoonerize would be...
Doonded walk.
Doonded walk.
Okay.
Right. How about flock of geese?
Block of feast. No.
He's doing pretty
He's
good.
quick.
Yeah. And then
got a weird
wild
mind.
monkey.
Mild wonky.
Yeah.
The guy's a natural at these.
Yeah.
No question
We
about
can't
it.
spoonerize Bob's name, though. Bob Banko is inspoonerable.
Bank Bubbo.
Yeah. Close enough. Steve
about
True.
Steve Strew.
Steve
No.
True.
TV. Hi, TV.
Peter B.
Beater P.
That's enough.
Well, you made me say it, Pierre.
How about Heil Neenan?
That was big in Germany back before this.
Heil Neenan. Steve Drew has what's left of the sports headlines, being brought to you by Marine Banks. Marine Banks.
Milwaukee 5-3 over California in baseball. Bill Wegman the victory. Other American League. Again with the fridge. William, I did eat a horse, Perry, is now being used as a linebacker.
Oh, yeah?
And he says he loves it.
Well, I love it just because I'm backed up and I can run up and, I can knock the fool out of the offensive lineman and everything, and a running back. And you can see better, standing up. And it's just fun.
And I checked the Webster Dictionary. They have nothing under fool as in knock the fool out of the offensive lineman. A few more like that, and he's going to become Mr. P.
For Mr. P.
As in
right.
Mr. T.
Mr. Perry. Maybe meant to say knock the fuel. But knock the fuel. 5-3, Brewers score.
Correct.
Right, okay.
Caller number 8.
I'm supposed to say that.
Excuse me.
That's all right. Not yet.
Why do I bank at the Marine? Well,
Bank. The service is here. The convenience is here. Your future is here.
Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch in Stereo 1310 WIBA. Almost 7:17. With your breakfast buddy, caller number 8 for Brewer Replay at 291-6422. Today, your chance to win an oil change, lube, and filter from Rapid Oil.
what's the fastest way to change your oil?
At any Rapid Oil change location.
WIBA time almost 7:18 at Stereo 1310. Ready for Brewer Replay on the WIBA phone line out to Cross Plains. Berdella Lowenberg. Hi, Berdella.
Good morning.
Ever done this before?
No,
Ever
First time.
Ever tried before to get in?
Well, sometimes, not all the time.
Well, now you're in for Brewer Replay. You can win that oil change, lube, and filter from Rapid Oil by telling me what the heck happens in Brewer Replay. 2 outs, top of the third. Dale Swaim up at bat, and the count 2-1. Here's the play.
It's 2-1 to Swaim. The pitch. Off speed, hammered to right in the alley. Jones on the run.
Whoa, in the alley to right. Dale Swaim gets a double, knocking in 2 runs. He gets thrown out at third after knocking in the 2, or great catch and he's out.
He's out.
You think he got greedy, huh?
Yeah.
Got tossed out at third. All right, Berdella. Now we'll find out.
It's 2-1 to Swaim. The pitch. Off speed, hammered to right in the alley. Jones on the run. It's up the alley all the way to the wall. Riles scores. Deer being waved in. Here comes the throw to the plate. Not in time. Going to third is Swaim. The throw in time there. But 2-run score on the double by Dale Swaim. He really rammed one.
Hey, but he got greedy.
Yeah.
He should have held up at second.
Right.
All right, Berdella. Swaim is out, but you're in.
Good.
You get the oil change, lube, and filter from Rapid Oil. If you hang on, I'll be back to get your address in just a minute, all right?
Okay,
Thanks for
you.
playing. Brewer Replay is something we do on WIBA every weekday morning after a Brewers game. 7:19 at Stereo 1310.
Hey, Dad, come on!
Hold on.
Softener's life.
7:21 at Stereo 1310 WIBA. Your breakfast buddy Peter B. here with you. Money Minute from CBS, a presentation of Robert W. Baird.
I'm Ken Pruitt, financial correspondent.
Member New York Stock Exchange.
It's 7:23 with your breakfast buddy, Peter B. and WIBA. 30% chance for an afternoon thunder shower, high in the mid-80s. Comfortable right now, though a bit of fog in the area. 62 degrees at Stereo 1310. The prosecution is expected to rest today in the trial of 3 former University of Minnesota basketball players. More on that story upcoming in the morning news edition at 7:30.
I was miserable, but that was 50 pounds.
Double discount offer ends Friday.
WIBA time at 7:24.
An optimist, they say, is one who can always see the bright side of the other fellow's misfortune.
Point of Law will be sponsored by Community Banks Incorporated. Good morning, Madison. Right here in town at 3202 Latham Drive.
Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch here with you on a Tuesday morning. WIBA news time is 7:30. The news being brought to you this morning by Cowan Insurance and Lake Mills Cleaners.
Good morning, I'm Bob Banco. And I'm Neil Heinen with the WIBA Morning News Edition. 62 degrees under sunny skies. Elmer Childress will join Peter for a look at the Madison weather forecast in a minute. WIBA News Time is 7:38.
Here with Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch in Stereo 1310 WIBA at 7:39. Elmer's in the Weather Tower today. It's a presentation of the Inn on the Park. This is Spooner Day, Elmer.
Spooner Day. What's that?
Dr. Spooner, the man after whom Spoonerisms are named.
Oh, yes.
Now, weather forecast, Spoonerize would be feather warcast.
I better be careful.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to try that.
Just that I'd give you something to think about.
I think we used to call that pig Latin back in Arkansas. NKUL, take pig day, Atlay, see.
It's close.
It's something like that.
But
yeah.
Spoonerisms stand alone.
Okay, we'll leave the Spoonerisms there. Well, we got a good-looking morning out there. Had a few showers pop up yesterday, 62 right now. Northwest wind at 5 and the pressure rising at 30-16. So a little bit of fog, but mostly sunny and 62, Peter.
Where are the grandbabies today?
Well, they've been up with me. Oh, there they are, yes. Yeah.
They love being awakened early for the weather.
Oh, yeah. In fact, Justin was up at 4 this morning just to make sure he'd have plenty of time.
Happy Spooner Day.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we could spoonerize your weather forecast. If it were going to be hot and sticky...
What would that be?
It's stot and hickey. I'm going to catch you one of these days. You're going to say that by mistake.
Yeah, I probably will. The way my tongue's been working this morning, it may be by accident.
Well, go have your bowl of crackle and bran or Cocoa Puffs, whatever it is, and I'll talk to you at 8:35.
I'll do it. Okay.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Elmer. Elmer Childress heard on WIBA with the weather 8 times a day. Almost 7:44 with your breakfast buddy Peter B. and Stereo 1310. Who makes the big bucks on TV? I'll tell you more in the cheap backstage trash just before 8. Yeah, you like the cheap backstage trash? Oh, you don't?
Over 4 million people have trusted their brakes to
WIBA time 7:45. Peter B. and the Breakfast Lunch with you. It's a Tuesday morning, and Steve True has a look at the sports on this happy Spooner Day. If we were to spoonerize pinch hitter, it'd be hinch pitter.
You're rolling.
I got a million of
You
them.
have got this in 4th gear, and you're putting it on the floor. Do you know, I think that if you have a very valuable piece of item, maybe a vase or beautiful plate, you can now hand it to Dale Swaim and not be worried so much when he's going to drop it.
He will drop it eventually?
But not, no, I don't know.
No.
There's confidence building. He was setting a pace of errors unheard of in the history of baseball. But I think the last 2 games he's been error-free.
Well, he's probably learned to put the glove on the proper hand. That
or
helps
fair
a lot.
ear, or whatever, however you...
Dale Swaim, spoonerize, it'd be Swell Dame.
Swell Dame. That's right. You dated one once as a young kid.
A long time.
Bill Wegman still has a spot in the Milwaukee Brewers coordinator of the Bears defense. Ryan has responded, quote, I never felt a rift at all. We hardly ever spoke. I just put the game plan on his secretary's desk when I finished it, and she'd put it on his. Not that he understood much of it.
Boy, good friends. Did I catch you in the spirit of Spoonerism Day when talking about a certain baseball team from Canada, say the Toronto Jaloubes?
I did.
Well, Mud Gorning to you.
Now you can get a light, healthy lunch offer good at participating McDonald's.
Doug Lane's morning music song is coming up in a few minutes, and today he'll give away a couple of tickets for the Madison Savoyards production of HMS Pinafore at the Wisconsin Union Theater this Friday night. In a minute, some of the cheap backstage trash, the biggest bucks on TV.
The Madison Savoyards presents Gilbert and Sullivan Union Theater.
You had better believe it. From Jack LaLanne's European Health Spa to the Slauson Cutoff, here it is, the cheap backstage trash from Tinseltown today. Bill Cosby, Larry Hagman, and Tom Selleck command the highest salaries for weekly TV programs, and Richard Chamberlain, Joan Collins, and Sophia Loren top the list for TV movies and miniseries, says TV Guide. In the issue coming out today, Cosby earns $10 million annually. Hagman gets $125,000 an episode, plus a percentage of the profits. Selleck gets a cut of the take and $100,000 for each episode of Magnum. 6 inches of cold steel press against Sonny Crockett's head as death beckons at the hands of Willie Nelson, who plays a crazed Avenger. That is a scenario for the Miami Vice premiere this fall. This is the year that Vice goes head-to-head with a TV legend, Dallas, and with a CBS soap set to resurrect Bobby Ewing. Miami Vice know it's time to sink or swim. Season changes include a girlfriend for Crockett, maybe several different girlfriends, a new black Ferrari Testarossa instead of the replica they had been using, a new hairdo for Don Johnson, and a look at the personal life of Tubbs, and of course, some more trend-setting fashions. And there it is, the cheap backstage trash from Tinseltown today. Welcome to Tuesday Morning with your breakfast buddy, Peter B. on Stereo 1310 WIBA at 7:55. Elmer says it will be a nice day. Some fog now with 62, but we'll be in the mid-80s today. Also in the upper 80s tomorrow, getting warmer as we head toward the weekend. Tonight should be comfortable in the mid-60s. Cat Stevens was 38 years old yesterday. This will be Doug Lane's morning music song after 3 o'clock this afternoon. To win tickets for HMS Pinafore, be caller 5 on the studio line when you hear Doug play this song today, Oh, Very Young.
Oh, very young, what will you leave us this time?
Cat Stevens with Oh, Very Young, Doug Lane's morning music song when he plays it this afternoon. Caller 5 on the studio line will win a pair of tickets for HMS Pinafore put on by the Madison Savoyards this Friday night at the Union Theater. 7:58 at Stereo 1310. There's no feeling quite like sunshine, right? It feels on your face, brightens up your spirits, and yet we close ourselves off from the sun all day long in our offices and homes. Four Seasons can change that. Four Seasons greenhouse additions and solarium structures can be found at Coolview. They're in Speedway Road right here in Madison. Coolview features sunshine for your home or for your office. They'll build a solar structure to fit your needs by using the Four Seasons system. Gives your home or office a whole new look and feel. And don't worry about heat loss in the wintertime. Four Seasons is the exclusive manufacturer of heat mirror glass that reflects heat but not light from either direction. They can bring the sunshine in with a greenhouse addition or solarium from Four Seasons. Call Coolview today, your one-stop window shop. They guarantee your satisfaction. They've been in business since 1973. They know everything there is to know about windows. And get a solarium from Coolview and Four Seasons. I know you'll like it, especially this winter. Coolview. They're in Speedway, kitty corner from the Village Bar, and right across the street from the Glenway Golf Course on the curve where Speedway becomes Mineral Point.
Radio 1310 WIBA wants to see you at the Packer game. Keep listening for your chance to call.
WIBA Madison. This is the Price Communications Corporation station. You're with Peter B., your breakfast buddy at 8 o'clock.
CBS News, this is Charles Osgood. The leaders of...
% and the current weather service temperature is 68 degrees. I'm Neil Heinen, WIBA News.
Did I hear TV Lenny say he was going to have a summer vegetable?
Who knows? I just after he gets done talking, I feel like I need to slow down a little.
Kind of Brings your heart rate up, doesn't it? Looking at news I found in the dumpster today. All right, who wants a flat top?
Elroy.
He's won. Get that thing off the runway. And, hey, let's eat that garbage.
I don't know, Peter. You're starting to add a little dramatic effect to the headlines here, are you?
Well, I'm doing what I can to improve the dubious quality of this already existing feature.
I'm wondering if this was an indication that these stories don't quite stand on their own merits. Because they have no merits.
That's exactly.
They're sitting on them.
On behalf of mothers everywhere, here are two age-old Wisconsin and Zion, Illinois.
Almost 8:13, it's Stereo 1310 WIBA with your breakfast buddy Peter B. and Steve True and all the sports, a presentation of Wisconsin Bell. You're waiting for a zinger, aren't you?
I figured there's got to be a spoonerism left.
Here's something you don't want to try and spoonerize. Smart furs.
Smart furs.
Don't try it. Don't try it. You'll get in trouble. Don't go any further.
Rob Deere singled home 2 runs, and Dale Swain followed with a 2. Like a sports strike, maybe the National Hockey League.
Oh, boy, that'll really devastate me.
Hasn't been one for a while. Yeah, one way to shorten the season, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go on strike the first month every year?
Yeah, they play 80 games to eliminate 2 or 3 teams. They don't need to play that many.
There you go again.
Yeah. Here I go again.
It's been a while since you've hit the editorial page, but...
You're enjoying Spoonerism Day, huh? Are you?
Yeah, it's not bad. You've been at your best. I got to give you credit. You've had some good ones. What was the one? Smart...
Furs.
Furs.
That was from a commercial that a listener told me he heard, and someone spoonerized that.
Sirs is the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a Kmart thing.
You can work on that one. I can hardly wait for Brewer baseball tonight when they step on the Mitchers pound and throw out the pursed pitch. Maybe Tormund Gamis will hit a Rome Hun tonight.
Yeah, that was a big mistake getting Tormund Gamis, whatever.
Hi, Pop. Come on in. Mr. Hot.
Washington Avenue, Madison.
You're listening to Madison's #1 morning show, Peter B. and the Breakfast Bunch on WIBA.
Hey, it's Tuesday morning with your breakfast buddy. WIBA time is 8:20. Elmer says it should be pretty good today. Mid-80s for a high. We're at 68 right now. The annual benefit for the Vilas Park Zoo is this weekend. You'll find out more after 9 o'clock this morning. If you're looking for some music today, and you're down around the Union, Mornings with Mozart. That is on today from 9 till 10:30. And if you're having lunch down by the Capitol, the American Jazz Combo will be there performing at the King Street entrance from 11:30 until 1 today. Here's Kenny Rogers on Stereo 1310, WIBA.
Lady.
Kenny Rogers on Stereo 1310, WIBA. This lady. Kenny had a throat operation a few months back. He had irritation in his vocal cords, but appears like he's back to normal now and back on the concert tour. Here with Peter B. on the Breakfast Bunch in Stereo 1310 WIBA. It's 8:27. From the bottom of the dumpster, big news tossed away today by Mr. Banco and Neil, the news they refused to use.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's School of Charm and Social Graces. For this month only, you can receive a complete free lesson in knowing which fork to use to scratch your back.
Now the news. In Portland, Oregon, Tom Peterson's offer of a free crew cut to anyone who came to the grand opening of his new TV appliance store worked. In fact, so well, he decided to make it a weekly event. Peterson said he hired 3 barbers to give free flat tops to customers at the grand opening. The barbers set up shop in the store. They worked nonstop for 5 hours. Peterson said he gave about 50 free haircuts and adds, "I want to do it again." Phil Mazzico deserves mention for his act of kindness to an animal. Mazzico, a Pacific Southwest Airlines pilot, refused to proceed with takeoff at the Burbank, California airport because there was a turtle on the runway in front of him. But I'm not going till you move that turtle. A security officer picked up the creature and was adopted by an airport employee. As you drive around America, be sure to sample the local specialties, advise Jane and Michael Stern, authors of the book Road Food. And don't be put off by quaint local names. For example, the garbage plate, found in Rochester, New York, does more than live up to its name. The garbage plate is a layered dish of baked beans, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, chili sauce, and raw onions. The Sterns say, it's as good as it looks.
WIBA, the pride is back, born in America.
So all WIBA AM listeners have a chance 30 days in immediate families. All the latest for savings and loan.
WIBA News Time is 8:30.
Good morning, I'm Bob Banco, WIBA News. Mostly sunny skies, temperature 68 degrees.